So, boys, just got back from the gym tonight, and I came back to a package from New Sporting, directly from New Sporting, not through the Boxing Collector. I ordered this a few weeks back, a pair of 16-ounce lace-up gloves, because I saw that New Sporting had just recently launched the website, which is really janky, by the way. You can clearly tell that was like a pre-made website. They didn't even like take away or clear out all of the templated areas. Like if you flip through the New Sporting website, you'll see, of course, like this section where they have the gloves that are in whatever gear that they have available to purchase. But if you keep on going through, there's like a section for like a menu for like a hypothetical restaurant saying like, oh hey, this is what you could put on here, and they just never got rid of it. Kind of janky, but whatever. I had always heard like weird things about New Sporting's customer service. All the major reviewers online say to avoid going through them and to go through their the Boxing Collector. But I decided to just go through New Sporting directly just to see if that was actually true. I had a few issues in the shipment process. Apparently, they just didn't input my information all the way correct, and so it got held up at customs for a few days. Thankfully, I was tracking it through the UPS app, so I saw that I was stuck for like 3 or 4 days down in Monterrey, Mexico, and contacted New Sporting through Instagram DMs, and they were able to get me squared away there come Monday morning. This initially happened on a Thursday, so when I reached out to them on the weekend, they said that hey, they can't get a hold of whoever at customs because they're only working Monday through Friday. I don't know if that's true or not, but come Monday, we're able to go back and forth a little bit and get things squared away, right? And then from there was another like 3-4 days until it got to me. But they're able to resolve the issue, and they were pretty easy to get a hold of. So, you know, I ordered this at the start of the month, and now it's going on about to start the third week of the month. So this is about like 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, in order to order and get here. I do believe that if things go smoothly, though, it should be here within like a week and a half. So not too bad. It was free shipping, so whatever. Drinking some Earl Grey black tea tonight. I don't know, switch it up today. Go with some Earl Grey instead of some coffee or whatever. But anyways, that's still hot as shit. So here's the bag that they sent in. As you can see here, looks like there's a revision there. Code red from customs. I'm not sure if customs actually got into this thing or not. Hopefully they didn't mess around with my gloves too much. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, let's just cut this stuff out. We don't need any of this stuff. I don't know how YouTube kind of plays the whole knife thing. So, hopefully they don't get too mad at me. I understand that this probably isn't like the best angle for unboxings, the way that I have it. But you know what? It's gonna have to be good enough. Put that down so I don't stab myself here. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so they're individually packaged, which is kind of cool. I've never seen gloves come shipped individually packaged. That's weird. This box is from it's from a bakery. You can see on the inside it has like the logo of a bakery. So here's an interesting thing about these gloves. I got them in gray and metallic blue, which looks... Oh. It did look good. It looks like there's some defects on it. The left glove looks good. The right glove has a small defect. Oh wow, the leather quality feels really nice on this though, I'll say that. And they smell great. Anyways, so right off the bat, if you guys can see, it looks like there's a scuff going along this right here. So if you guys notice, there's no wrist tag on the back. And when I was looking at the gloves on their website and on their Instagram page, it was kind of confusing me because some of the gloves had the patch on the back, which I think looks really good. And then others didn't. and I wasn't really sure what was going on with that. Like why some had it and some didn't. I shot New Sporting a message to ask about it, and they stated that apparently they ran out of tags in production, and so they're gonna make more. And once they make them all, then all of the gloves will have it. So I don't exactly know how that kind of happens. In terms of them not making enough cloth, New Sporting tags for their for their production line. But that's why these gloves don't have a tag on the back. And I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of bummed about that. I like the tag on the back. I know that a lot of Mexican gloves have issues with the... oh, wow, there's actually some scuffs on the other one as well. Right here on the thumb. It's kind of harder to see. So we got some imperfections here. It's okay, I guess. Anyways, regardless, those are just minor things. What was I saying? Oh, the tags on the back, right? I'm not really sure how they managed to, not make enough for their entire line. Particularly because I have a pair of gills, and this logo on the back of the gills peeled off pretty quick, and it feels like on this one it's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but it effectively is just a sticker. And so you can see right here there's a little bit of deforming, and then right here on the corner of the G, it's hard to see, but when you run your finger across it, you can feel that starting to peel up a little bit. So I don't expect this tag, particularly the tag on this glove, to last very long, which is disappointing. And it's gonna be a bummer when that does pop off, because these don't have a tag on the back. So it'll just be a blank glove once that happens. So I'm disappointed that I don't have the tag on the back, right? As I'm looking through the glove, looks like we have some more scuffing going on the palm side and 2 other locations. There is a stitch here that's missing for whatever reason. That's kind of weird. Welted seams. The piping looks like it's done pretty well and whatnot. And then looking at the back, the gloves do feel really nice, by the way. Like the leather and like how they feel like in my hands, they feel pretty nice. There's just some small stuff going on. I don't know if this is going to come through because it's metallic, so it's a little bit harder to see here. But right here, for whatever reason, there's a stitch that's missing right there. Not sure what's happening on that front. It's not the case on the other glove. The other glove is squared away in terms of that. So the left glove looks like it was made a little bit, well, it's kind of weird. Is it just me? Oh, when you guys look at these gloves, it looks like they're like curved into the thumb. Like it's... Huh. Anyways, let me put these guys on hand and see what's going on here. See if that's just me or if like you can actually feel it a little wonky on hand. They look a little bit funny to me. They're beautiful gloves, like in terms of like the color, but let's see. Oh, that's kind of nice. There's like on the inside of the hand compartment and right here, it's like a felt. And also on like the back of the thumb. That's really, really comfortable actually. That's really comfortable on hand. Interesting. Okay. So it's a very soft liner on the interior, and the hand compartment is really nice. The thumb is a straight thumb. It's not bent. Anyway, it's just a straight thumb. Fairly comfortable. Feels a little bit awkward if I'm going to be honest. I kind of want to bend my thumb in a little bit like that, but it's just sitting straight out. So that is a little bit awkward feeling, I guess. But on hand, these feel pretty good so far. Interesting. So the grip bar is very malleable. It's kind of I don't feel it too much when I make like a grip, like it's not very pronounced, and it's fitting right on like the pads of my knuckle. So it's not sitting like inside like the fingers, like in that gap right there. It's sitting like right across right there, and you can kind of see it almost like bends down a little bit and has like a quasi U shape. So that's interesting. They feel pretty nice, man. They feel pretty nice. Like I said, there's some small stuff like the scuffing right here, the fact that there's no badge, the random missing stitch. I have no clue what's going on there. Hopefully this doesn't start causing my glove to unravel. That would be unfortunate. But yeah, very comfortable glove on hand. It does come down like a decent ways down your wrist, but these are pretty sweet, man. The color's absolutely gorgeous, I'll tell you that. Like, they're gorgeous to look at. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so the glove itself, right? The glove itself is top quality, in my opinion. Like, this is one of the nicer pairs of gloves I've thrown on my hands, just in terms of like the fit and the feel and how I feel the glove was designed. There's some stuff about the, I don't want to say craftsmanship, but the handling, I think, would be a better way to put it. You know, that scuff is pretty apparent going across the back right there. The not having the cloth patch on the back, I really like having that cloth patch. Of course, we'll see how this logo actually ends up holding up. I really hope it stays on because it is a very cool logo. And whatnot. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's try on the other glove. See if the other glove has any differences. I really like the liner. The liner is a very soft. It reminds me of the liner that you'd find in like a Japanese glove. You know, like I have a pair of Asamis over in the closet, which I do got to do a review on. I just haven't been able to use them a ton since I got them because I ended up getting, I had an injury that sidelined me for a little bit, which I just got cleared from. But then coming back from the injury, we started using small MMA gloves because we have a guy that's fighting in a Muay Thai event where it's not Muay Thai. I forget the exact name of it, but it's pretty much Muay Thai. But instead of wearing like gloves, they do like the rope wraps and whatnot. So he's going down to South America to do that, and so for this camp, we're just using small gloves to help him out with that. So I just haven't been able to utilize those Asamis, so I haven't put out a review quite yet. But this liner, it's very soft. It's very soft, and it's not baggy anywhere. It's all the way through, very nice and snug. Now this one, oh man, it's a pretty compact hand compartment. Like, it's not a big puffed up hand compartment. This is pretty compact. Now this one right here, let me put on both of them at the same time. This one feels like a more snug hand compartment than this one does for whatever reason. Now, I don't know. Yeah, no, it does. Like, interesting. Let me weigh them. I'd be interested to see if they weigh different, because the right one to me feels a little bit looser, like more roomy, and it feels a little lighter on hand. So I'm just using a food scale here. Set this guy up. Let's get it to ounces, zeroed out, perfect. And stuff the laces back in here so that way they don't fall on the ground. Okay, so this one right here is the right glove. See this 16-ounce tag right there? Let's put it on scale. So this one is weighing 18.5 ounces, which is what I expected. I expected it to be a little bit heavy. Apparently New Sporting just came out like after, like a week after I picked up these gloves. They announced that they're coming out with the premium line that's going to have a different padding composition and different shape. Yeah, see this one's 19 ounces. So I this one definitely did feel a tad bit heavier and a tad bit more snug. So I wouldn't be surprised if this has just a hair more foam within like the hand compartment than the right one does. You know, just a half ounce more. Because that's definitely what it feels like to me. Very interesting. Very interesting. Man, these gloves really do feel nice on hand. They're overweight, which, like I said, I knew that going in. I knew going in that these are going to be overweight. I did want to get the 16-ounce still. However, I didn't want to go ahead and get like a 14-ounce because I did want to still utilize these for sparring. And I understand that, you know, even if it technically weighs 16 ounce, if it's labeled a 14, some people might be like, oh, you know, what are you doing there? So I was like, you know, I'm okay with having a little bit heavier of a situation over my hands. These are pretty cool, man. These are pretty cool. They definitely have, sorry, I was just pushing against, just see how they feel. They definitely have more of a bounce, right? Like some foams, when you hit, they kind of are like dead. These, you can, if you can press them against each other, you can feel them want to bounce away, right? And so these are going to definitely have more of a pop when you land. So, you know, I don't know if these are going to be the best for sparring, because the Samis are going to be a lot softer, a lot nicer. I'll test these out though, for sure, for sparring. Very, very interested to see how these go. On the heavy bag, I want to see how they crack, see if they feel dead or whatnot, because they are a big glove. They're not like a 12-ounce. So I want to see if I actually get good feedback with them. But these are pretty dang cool. Very vibrant color. I think looks pretty sweet. See the split thumb right there. Like I said, welted seams throughout. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I just wish that there was the tag on the back. And then that they had a little bit more of a uniform hand compartment. Because like I said, you can definitely feel the difference between the two gloves. Where the other glove, you can definitely feel the half-ounce difference in the hand compartment. You know, you can feel that extra foam. So, very cool, very cool. Excited to try these out. A little bit bummed about, you know, some of the deformities here on the leather. But I don't think that's gonna be a structural issue. The only thing I'm concerned about structurally is that one random missing seam. It's kind of weird. Gotta love the smell of new gloves, man. Cool gloves. Anyways, new boxing. Or new sporting, not new boxing. You know, I'll let you guys know how this goes here in a few months. I'm still testing out the Torres Medina ones, which I've been using. I used them today. I've been using them all week and the week prior to it. So I'll get you guys a proper review of that once, you know, I feel confident that I've put them through a decent amount of paces. And then I'll start working on these. The Salamis I'm using purely for a sparring glove. So that'll be like a 2 times a week kind of thing. So it might take me a little bit longer to actually get a review on that, just because I'm not going to be using those for just regular bag work or class work. So the Salamis might take a little bit for me to get a review out, but I got other gloves I'm going to put out. Anyways, you guys don't care about that. New to the whole YouTube thing, so I don't really know how important this is, but it feels like I should say it. You know, if you guys want to, you know, drop me a like, throw in some comments, you know, about your experience with New Sporting or any other Mexican made gloves. I really want to run the gambit and get like all the major Mexican gloves like Clasico Hernandez. What else? We got Nicali, Salvador. Salvador's a Spanish company, but their gloves are made in Mexico, so that's I still want to try them. They look really cool. But anyways, yeah, you guys have a good night. I'll get back to you soon.